Morning. Just over a week now since I started. Obviously last weekend I spent most of last week I spent demolishing this bloody place. So I'm in the construction phase now. I have got a bit more stuff to take off, which is down by the toilets here, but I'm leaving the toilets in place for now until last thing, and I'm going to do like half a day just completely taking the toilet out and putting it all back in again. I'm going to just finish this wall off. Hopefully it won't take too long. What I'm going to do is stick a piece of plasterboard against this piece here. Then all things going well, we're going to start building the framework for the shower and the rest of the stuff. So let's carry on. So one thing I've had to do is to cut the board in half, because it's just been possible to actually get it on that full height there as it is. So I just chopped it on this line here. So I suppose that's the way it is. It's a very pokey boom, isn't it? So I've got the second section up. A few things which didn't quite right, which can be rectified. A bit of filler and a bit of tidying up. This here didn't come out quite high. There's a bit of a lump down there, so I had to trim a bit off, so I think maybe it's slightly lower than I expected it. Tried to get slightly chips from the corners here. It can't be perfect, I'm not professional. I got a little bit of a section up there because this panel is 2.4 and I've used 2.5, so I'm going to cut a little square triangle out there, stick in that space. I think that's going to be fine. It'll hold itself there quite well and make it good. I'm not going to be staring up there very often. So I'm quite happy so far. So managed to get that little bit on the top there. Teeny weeny little bit wrong there, but it looks good. It's nice and smooth there. I need to patch that corner in there. And I've just taken the architrave out of here. I don't think I'm gonna. I think what I'll do, I'll pack some this stuff into that gap, and then we can add the plasterboard. Well, with a little bit shimmying, I've managed to get this wall in. There are a few slight imperfections which I'll have to iron out. So I can have to fill this in with up here. Maybe a bit where the gaps appear, but that's probably pretty good. And in this corner here, it's not quite good, but we can fill that in. That said, it's nice and solid here. So I took this rail out here and got this nice and flush. So a little bit of patching down here required, but nothing too bad. It does actually stick out a little bit there, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of work to actually get it right. There's a few bits where it's popped out a bit here, which I don't know what that is. I don't think there was anything behind there, but it's just I didn't like that. But we won't see this. It's a dark area. So there we are, first wall done. So what I've done, I've cleared the area for the shower. So it's going to go all the way along to about there and then down to the wall, and there's going to be a partition about here, about 100mm. Partition is going to come up and go to just about there, and so what I'm going to do, I'm going to build here, I'm going to build one strut there, one strut here, another one which is going to be butted against the partition, which is going to go about here. To do something about that eventually. It's I think I'm just going to stuff a load of stuff into it and cover it over. I don't think it needs much fuss really. I chatted to my neighbour today, and he's recommended that I just glad all this over completely. Obviously I'll leave the space a space between the battens there, and he'll bore a hole for me, and we take it cracking. I was wondering whether to test fit my shower base, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be about the right size. I will now start building this thing here. Well, this is my design. This is the shower base here. It's 900 by 900 wide. It says it starts to fall down. On the outside I've got a 12mm backer board, and on the inside here you can see this is the tiles which we put on afterwards. At the side here is a bit of wood that I'm going to be putting on so I can screw the door into. There'll be another wall here as well which hasn't been put in yet. So basically you're going to have the backer board, and then we're going to have these 2 by 3 inch struts here, which are going to support this backer board across here. And on here I'm going to have some L brackets which are going to actually mount the piece of MDF I've got, which I've scavenged from outside. Here's the back wall, and obviously down here is the new partition wall that I've just built. So what I'm going to do is the pipes are going to rise up here, and there's going to be like a special connector there, you might have seen that already, and it's going to come through the wall here and actually then just connect flush with the on top of the tiles and on top of the MDF. So yeah, so what I need to do now is just secure 3 of these things nice and vertically at a specific distance, which I will now work out. So it's going to be 900 plus yeah, so it'd be each, that'll be at the 0, and that extension there will be at 900 plus 12mm, I think. Yeah, that should be, yes. Okay, so let's pop this first strut up. Immediately I started noticing that this wall is crap, but we all know that. I knew it already. I tried some small raw plugs here, but I'm going to try some bigger ones. But initially what I've done here, I've just actually edged this away from the wall a bit and actually screwed straight into the battens on this wall here, which I know are quite secure. So going forward, I think I'm going to up the size of the wall plug. Not as if that's going to make a difference, and see how I get on the next one, which is going to go there. Yes, this is going to be interesting. I think that's one of the blocks I didn't actually secure down. But anyway, we'll crack it on and see what happens. Okay, well, second one's up as well. Little bit of a technique here. What I've done, I countersunk the holes a little bit so I can get it closer. I've got a bit I bought years ago. So this one here is pretty stable. I'm going to actually pop a piece of wood between here now to firm these up and actually just tie them together, and that'll obviously give them more strength. If I can find a piece of wood. I've only bought 3 pieces of long wood, and I haven't bought anything in between, but I know my neighbour's got a pallet next door, so I'm going to dismantle that to make a few noggins. So yeah, I found this piece of wood, stuck to the bottom of the pallet. Yeah, maybe over engineering, but I think this is a very solid piece of wall. I was very doubtful that it would be. But anyway, I popped a couple of screws in there, and also I've did another one up there to stop it from just to attach it. And yeah, I'm quite happy the structure's coming out well. I might stick a couple more. I think I will stick a few more down the end there, down the bottom there now, but just not the normal size, to obviously for getting the board onto. Maybe one at the bottom, maybe one midway, one there and one there. So that's the first section done. Next we just do them, have another one and do exactly the same again. So far I'm going to stick the mixer there. I was trying to guesstimate it because I was standing on something. So what I found is I stand on something that sticks me a little bit higher, and then if I so the thing would be like kind of a bit about the right height for me. I don't know about any of the smaller people in the household. It might be a bit more different for them, but that'll be fine. So we're going to have a wooden panel in here. So there's the third one on. That one's not quite in because it's just not not long enough. Seems to be working out quite well. One thing I'm doing is I'm drilling the hole out. I'm being very careful to just drill out exactly a 7mm hole into there for the 7mm raw plug, not wiggling it around at all, very gently. And when I put the screw in, I put it in so far with the percussion screwdriver, the drill screwdriver, yeah, and I just stop it just short of actually doing really tight, and then I just do it by hand, just to the point where I can feel it really tightening up, just so I don't pull the plug out. I'm thinking that once the whole thing is up, I've had to actually pan it out a bit just so it's in line with these two here. What was I going to say? Yeah, I've had to pan it out. That's what I think I said that already. So what next thing I'm going to do is to stick a duplicate of that in, so I've got a bit more wood at the back, and then all these here, and around this area here I'm going to stick a piece of plywood which I've scavenged off the street. Where's it gone? There we are. Nice big bit of plywood there. I'm going to saw that to the exact size, and I haven't got any L pieces yet, but I will put an L piece into here so I can actually get it at the right depth. This bit of wood on the other side, it's going to have to be able to well, I'm going to have to drill through it to take the wood through there, which is quite handy really, because it's quite a chunky one, and then I can actually run the water down the wall here straight through the side of that pipe there, and off over to there where the old water connection is. I may cut this right back, I'm not sure. I might do. That's what I'm going to do later on. Anyway, tomorrow, so later on I'm going to quickly finish this off, and then I'll be done for the day. Alright, see you in a while. Okay, well, this bit's done. Been a quite productive day. I've done all the wall over this side, as you see. Done this. Tomorrow I'm back at work. Oh, well, a bit of a rest I suppose. I'm going to be putting a piece of plywood into this gap, and I'm going to put that onto so I can mount that there. Got the bits of wood, bits of things around. Shower rail will be screwed straight into that. Pipes will go down. They may even fit behind actually, but the pipes will go down there and then through the wall and around there, and all this stuff will get bopped onto there when I'm ready. So that's it. So quite a productive day, as I said. That's it. Yeah. I'm gonna have a good shower, and I'll I'm most likely to see, you might see a bit of work tomorrow, as think I'll be setting this up, I'll be attaching it to the wall, and what will I else be doing? Perhaps doing the plumbing, and that'll be it tomorrow. I don't think I have major amounts of time in the evening, but that should do. Right, see you. Bye.